Hey folks, how's it going? Greetings. There's always that first part of the video where I'm waiting for folks to pour in, but I recognize as soon as somebody clicks on this video, it's just kind of like me chilling. It's kind of like, nothing's happening here, and so the replays suck. Anyway, I really need to plan these better for this first moment lull time where I show y'all something. Okay, here's this. Here's my YouTube tab right there. How's that? Here's something. This is Gentex ballistic helmet. Look at that. Fun stuff. Rangers. Right there. A little night vision action. Pretty groovy stuff right here. We're talking about social media and gun channels tonight. So suffer through the first few moments of me just chilling out, hanging out. Wonder if you guys can see through this on here. Can y'all see that? Yo. That is. Yeah, I notice you. Hey, Stay Fit. What's happening? We can see it. This is white phosphor. Pretty groovy. Fun times. Pretty awesome. 6 washing from 100. Why is night vision always so big? It's 2017. Hey, Gear Runner. What's going on, Connor? Malcolm? Alex? Jeffrey? Casey? Prince? Conan? Ryu? As in like Street Fighter. That's awesome. Run G19. What do I think of MRO? I think it's a good optic, but you should get an Aimpoint Pro. Hi, Louisiana. Hey, Spencer. Hey, awesome. All right, cool. 230 people. People keep pouring in, but I'm ready to go ahead and get down to brass tacks and just kind of talk about what's inspiring this video. So let's jump into it. The video is starting right now at the 2-minute mark. Hey guys, thanks. Welcome to my live post. This isn't going to be a really long one. I'm not going to go on and on. I'm not going to field a whole bunch of questions. What I want is something very specific, and that has to do with the future of gun channels in general, social media, and me just kind of viewing out, looking at the landscape now and trying to predict what's going to happen here in the future. Now, here's how I see the field set. Right now, we have a Congress which is controlled by Republicans. We also have the, executive branch with Trump in, again, a conservative-ish person. And so even still, while we have essentially the legislative and the executive branch as non-left leaning, still we're seeing an absolute shutdown of the gun communities and anybody that's really of conservative values in various social media environments. So I'm seeing folks throttled on Instagram. One of my buddies just hit 300,000 subscribers, or followers on Instagram, and he was going to give away a couple guns. Pretty cool. But the fact that he was giving away guns, Instagram decided that was absolutely not okay, and they removed his post. I've got a newer friend, Tim, of a Military Arms channel. He had I think it was an older video of him with a bump stock. And because that's what the shooter used in Vegas, they not only took off that review. He wasn't saying anything like revolutionary-wise. He was just, hey, here's a product. This exists. Here's how it shoots. That's it. But they took his video off, sent him a nasty notice, and put a strike against his account. I'm like, why? Really? Meanwhile, and I'm making a living. I'm doing okay. I can pay my bills and feed my children right now. So I'm not leaning on YouTube to just pay my bills. I've got patrons who are helping me out, and my training business and some other affiliate type stuff that's helping pay the bills. So I'm not leaning on YouTube viewership and anything, but I do think it's really, really jacked up what's going on. There was the adpocalypse that happened a few months back. Oh, and I say all that to say, if some of these guys out there, this is their full-time job. They make money by posting on YouTube. It's icing on the cake for me, and it ends up being a great marketing mechanism for my training business and apparel and getting sponsorships, and there's stuff like that. Hey, shirts and stuff of this is a platform when I say, hey guys, be cooler than you are by getting Warrior Poet apparel. Nice little plug in there. But anyway, that helps me pay my bills, feed my children kind of thing. some folks out there it's just YouTube viewership. And so if all of a sudden, just because you support Second Amendment or you like guns or you're committed to defend others, you're being bullied. And I recognize YouTube's a company that can do business the way they want to. But I'm noticing all these big social media giants are really singling out the gun culture and putting a nix to it. Months ago, there was the adpocalypse, which meant they just all of a sudden, big sweeping stroke, took away the monetization. So that's why you don't see monetization in front of most of my videos now. And then if it's a purely gun and gear review channel, they're not monetizing anything. And I think that's the first step. First off is hit gun channels in their pocketbook so that they are not incentivized to keep making the content. And that's one way to weed out a whole bunch of people, put them out of business. Don't allow them to make money. So that's one aspect of it. And I think the next wave that's happening now is actually just go ahead and, hey, it's not even about money now. Just if you talk about guns, we're going to delete your videos. And that's already starting to happen now. Now I'm at such a point of, I used to add like keywords and tags and stuff so that you guys could find it. So if you want to find a review for a trigger for a Glock 19 or something, I'd put those tags in the video description and I'd put them down below. But now those tags are actually working against us. So I don't tag videos. I try to put it as, I'm trying to fool the algorithm so they don't realize this is a gun review video. And I'm doing that because I recognize they're literally just trying to take away our voice, take away our business, put the gun culture, 6 feet under so that they can put a liberal agenda. And so I think about, okay, this is all happening while we have a conservative executive branch and legislature. What would be happening if anti-gun liberals were also running White House and Congress? Clearly they own culture. And I think Ben Shapiro talked about how culture is upstream of politics, meaning culture decides what's important and through all of its propaganda, tacit or otherwise, convinces people of what they will believe, coupled with the educational system, which I believe is largely liberal run and controlled. And then what happens in culture and media and movies and all that stuff ends up trickling down eventually to, okay, now it's time to make political action. And even if the politicians are conservative, but the liberals control media, the media seems to be more powerful. And so either way, it doesn't bode well for us, right? So that's just kind of the landscape I'm at now. As just trying to be smart with this channel, I've gone about a few different kind of plans to make sure that our society gets to hang around here a little while longer. One is I just posted up a movie review. I don't think I'm awesome at movie reviews. I just like movie reviews, and this is my channel, so I'm going to make movie reviews if I want to. And you don't have to watch them because it's your computer, and I can't make you push buttons. But I like doing movie reviews and book reviews and stuff, and I don't have time right now to do books. I really wish I could. I'll get hats, man. I really will. I'm working on hats. Sorry, I see you, WP DSRT. But anyway, so what movie reviews and other topics are is it's good for me to make videos that don't have guns in them. That way, every time I do that, I kind of feel like I'm getting off the YouTube naughty list. So literally I'll see it like this, of like my numbers and my analytics are going up, 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 up. And then I'll put something that's really gun related or something that's kind of a liberal hot button. I'll talk about women in the military and all of a sudden it'll go, and it's like I get put on the naughty list for YouTube, and my subscriber growth, which was doing this, it was going up, 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 and we were going real fast. All of a sudden now everything's throttled on my YouTube channel. It's very obvious they're hiding me. What they're not counting on is I'm still continuing to grow, mainly because you guys share videos. That's why I'm growing. If you guys weren't sharing videos and posting my videos to your Facebooks and Instagram and sending them in emails, I don't know that I'd be growing really at all, because YouTube's really not sharing like it was before. I was doing like 600 subscribers a day, 500 a day is what it is. And then all of a sudden it just dropped. One day it just dropped to 250, even though my views and all the other stuff was up through the roof. Somebody just put full 30. I'm on full 30. I haven't been posting to Full 30, and I plan on remedy that soon. But I am on Full 30. Look at Warrior Poet Society on Full 30, and I'll start putting videos there as well. Full 30 is another basic social media platform. Hold on. Yeah, babe. Hello? I thought my wife was calling me. So, Full 30 is another platform that allows this to do, but it's not going to be... It's privately owned. It's pro-gun people, so it's a safe haven for us. But right now, the views are just not there. There's not a lot of people there. So it's growing. It's growing. Everybody should get on Full 30. And at the end of this video, I'll go ahead and put a link down here to Full 30 so that you guys can get on there. Patreon's another good place as well. As soon as I finish this video, I plan on not doing a long video here. I'm going to get on Patreon and give them some exclusive live content. So if you're interested in being a supporter of the channel and you want exclusive content, so right here, there's just, it's impossible for me to even read all your comments. They're coming through just a mile a minute. I can't even read that fast, much less answer. But my patrons get special access. There's just a couple hundred of them that are actually, they're the big ones. They're the ones that support the channel. So when the ads went off, people was like, hey, bump this. Warrior Poet Society's not getting... the short end of the stick, and they immediately swept in like a bunch of studs and started pledging, hey, $1, $3 a month, $5 a month. And you guys don't have to do that. It's Patreon. It's Patreon. So at patreon.com/Warrior Poet Society. I'll put it in the description below. So this isn't a plug for anything. I'm just saying, hey, that's one way that a bunch of gun channels that got picked on ended up finding another way to be able to be financed privately by you guys, which was a really, really cool thing. But here I wanted to go over kind of just some preliminary thoughts and plans, and then I'm going to start reading comments to see what you guys have to say about it. So I've got a few plans in light of this because this doesn't bode well. It seems like it's getting worse. It's going to get a lot more worse. A lot more worse, a lot worser, a lot worselier. Dad joke. So I think it's going to get worse. I think you see outright just bans and deleting of channels and stuff. So I plan on doing a few things. One is we're rebuilding our website so that we can host our own content. That means I want all of you guys to know warriorpoetsociety.us. That's where future videos in the, far greater future is. As soon as this platform's bust and I can't use this anymore, you guys are all just visiting my site and you're seeing videos there. That's where they'll be, pictures and videos and classes. So it'll be a one-stop shop there. Full30.com. Full 30 will be a place where I can regularly post videos, and that's not going anywhere. That's a reliable place, and it's picking up steam. It looks like that one's going to stick, but it's still nowhere near the numbers of YouTube. So those are two things. One is the website. The other is Full 30, and those are really good ideas. Another idea is subscriptions, and that's where I'm going to have a whole... I'm going all out with this. What I really plan on doing is just hiring a pro videographer to follow me through a bunch of my classes and taking large parts of the class and put them out there for subscribers. This isn't going to happen for a few months when we roll this out, but it's almost like if you couldn't attend a course, this would be the next best thing. It will be head over shoulders better than everything you've seen on the channel so far, which everything I show on the channel of like, hey, manage recoil and draw and speed down to slow up and slings and stuff, those are usually just little tiny teasers that let you know, hey, there's a lot out there. Go to a training class. What it is it helps you out. It, gives me something that for you guys to market and gain some publicity on, but really, if we were talking food here, it would be a tiny little hors d'oeuvre or appetizer is what you guys get. If you ever come to a class, you'll be like, oh, whoa, all right. You're not even getting a very good teaser of a trailer when you get some of this stuff. Classes are entirely different animals, and you'll usually absorb just in a couple hours more than you would absorb, in years of, hold on, I gotta... Sorry, my wife just texted me. And there, she texts again. Let me move that out of the way. All right, so there's one thing. Subscriptions, which will be going through my website, hosting content on the website. full30.com. Those are all good places. Patreon, I already mentioned, that's not going anywhere either, and that's where basically you guys are giving back funding, and in turn I give special access. And as soon as I get off here, I will end up going on to Patreon, and I'm immediately going to start doing live stuff. And all these questions coming through, I'm going to answer all their questions, all of them, and talk back and forth. And that's what I'm going to do on Patreon. So there's 4 different things. A 5th thing that I'm playing out is I want to make sure I'm making content that's not gun related as well, so they can't just axe our channel. And then another thing I was thinking about as well is creating another YouTube channel, basically as a backup. There wouldn't be any guns on it. So that hopefully I'd be like in one of my future YouTube videos, be like, hey guys, here's my new channel. Go ahead and subscribe to it in case they shut me off all of a sudden. That's where I am. That's where you'll find me. And I'll put all non-gun related videos both on this channel and on the other one. So possibly that could be, I don't know really how the dynamics would work, but I think we need a backup channel just in case this one gets shut down for guns. Now here's the last thing, so I guess it'd be number 6, and this is a really big one. Right now we have a 100,000 subscriber giveaway coming up. Well, I'm not at 100,000 subscribers yet, so don't be excited for me yet. We're getting close, and we launched it beforehand in the same way that you don't plan a birthday party on your birthday. You plan your party before your birthday. So in the same way, we're planning our giveaway. We launched it way early. I'm still 7,000, 8,000 away, which will take me about 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks to be able to get there. And that's going to allow a lot of time for me to collect email addresses, which is as you guys enter the contest to see all the different prizes that I'm going to give away for the 100,000 subscriber giveaway. What we're getting is your first, last name, and your email address. That's what I care about. Because in case these social media platforms disappear, I have a way to find all you guys. YouTube can't take you away from me. I've got you. And I can send out newsletters and content, and I can put it straight in your mailbox. So if you guys are not already signed up for the 100,000 subscriber giveaway, there's more in play than just giving out cool prizes. It's our backup plan that our society does not rise or fall based on YouTube's political temperature, which I just find that very, very upsetting. So anyway. Wait, where's the party? Are you having a cake? I am a sneaky warrior poet. It's not good enough just to train hard. Let's train smart. So yeah, I'm trying to read the writing on the wall and see things coming down the pipeline. We've got plans. We've got all kinds of other plans coming on for you guys as well of Warrior Poet chapters. I have it in my heart. My desire is to consolidate like-minded folks. There's Warrior Poets all across the country, and you guys are just blowing up the comments right now. We're like-minded folks, When I show up at a class, this is really cool. When I show up at one of my training classes, there's already this kind of dynamic and culture that's already set. Well, like there's no big egos or anything. Nobody's top shot, including me. I'm just a dude as well. And, I'm instructor, but I'm laughing and joking with you as well. And we have a good time. But there's a good kind of esprit de corps amongst the group. We've got a pretty unique culture about us. We're thoughtful people. We're real. We have conviction and heart, and we also know how to flip that switch to be violent protectors when we need to, because we love people and we want to be able to fight smart as well. So anyway, Warrior Poet chapters would allow my website would allow you guys to be able to organize. So there'd be an Atlanta chapter and a Raleigh chapter, a LA chapter. Yeah, the Los Angeles chapter would have to be underground. You'd need your own little Harriet Tubman running that stuff. The Patreon site is patreon.com/Warrior Poet Society. Miles Johnson, Archie, I love the Warrior Poet chapter system. I'm still wrapping my head around how that's going to work. It's going to be another 4 or 5 months or something before we're able to really roll that out. We got to really think it through, and we're rebuilding the website to be able to manage all that stuff. So Boston chapter, absolutely. Patreon. I think it's Patreon. All right, Patreon. Sorry, there's one dude in here. Every time I talk about it, I say that name wrong. And so they play police on me. I oftentimes get words wrong because a lot of my vocabulary comes out of books, and people don't use a lot of the same language that's written in books out loud. And so you're just kind of, yes, Patreon. K-Mac, thanks for holding me accountable, man. I'm sorry. Patreon. Yes, Ethan, I got it. What is a book? Oh, that's awesome. Cool. So those are kind of my plans in light of everything that's happening on social media. Now, this doesn't mean we're not going to push back and fight against what's happening. I do think it's just kind of a form of discrimination. I think it's a form of bullying, and they just happen to have a lot of loud, squeaky wheels on their side and to censor. So we're anyway, yeah, I don't feel it's fair, but the polite tides of political correctness are against me. So anyway, so all right, cool. So now, in light of everything that I just said, I'm going to start reading some comments and stuff. I really don't want to talk guns or any gear related stuff. I really want to keep it something in the same hemisphere of what topic we're in right now. And then I'm going to bolt and I'm going to get on patreon.com here in just a moment and do a live video for those guys. And I'll talk about frog lube and whatever. You're Shakespearean, bro. Your channel, pronounce Patreon any way you like. Fair enough, I know. But I don't want to be it is my channel, I guess, technically, but it's not. It's ours, isn't it? I mean, you notice the DNA. This is not the John Level show. This is the Warrior Poet Society. I'm just the guy normally talking, but aren't I saying the things that are already written on your hearts and already going through your minds? That's why you follow. I think your own thoughts after you. And we're able to gather together, and I see it in the comments as well as we kind of argue back and forth in an edifying way. I think we're growing stronger together, but I really do want something of a society as well. Yeah. My LLC has it, but you complete us. Shut up, man. No homo. I mean it, but it is a society. That's the intention. Is it for it to be a organization? This is not the John Show. I'm just your spokesperson. All right, cool. Net neutrality. Yeah, good luck. Just got some shirts. Hey, thanks JK for ordering shirts. I really appreciate this. And every time a shirt order comes in, me and my wife. Our phones ding at the same time, and we light up and we're like, yes. Take that, power bill. So anyway, let's see what else we got here. All right, our spokesperson, man. All right, waiting on the hoodie. The hoodie's coming out. I think I'm going to call the hoodie the Gray Man. Something, I haven't said that out loud yet, but WP Gray Man hoodie. Something like that, because it's even in a gray. Or, no, it's in a navy blue. Crap, there goes that idea. Evan, you're watching, right? Evan, are you in here? Evan, we need a gray hoodie so we can call it the Gray Man hoodie. Okay, hey, there's Evan. Evan's Warrior Poet Society. Hey, man, how's it going? Thanks for not answering my phone call earlier. Blue Man. Yeah, it just it's not the same. Rangers are special forces. Depends on what you're trying to accomplish. Pretty different job. Speaking of ordering stuff, I'll be dropping by WPS website. Thanks, man, picking up a decal. Really appreciate it. Thanks, man. Love the playful jab with the hand model comment. Good, yes. That's cool. Door kicker versus trainer. Be a door kicker first and then a trainer. I get this all the time of folks wanting to do my job, be a pro trainer, travel around and teach. If you just want to be an instructor, you can do that just by being a competent shooter. You can do that. To do it full time and support a family off training other people like I do, you really need one of the big three. You need to be prior special operations, hopefully with some wartime experience, but you need to be prior special operations. You need to have you have to have a grandmaster ranking in competitive shooter and maybe win a title or two. So very, very, high level competitive shooter kind of deal. Or be something like SWAT team or federal agent, something that gives you one of those big three type things. You need to be a bit of a door kicker first or a competitive shooter at least. And then skip within or stay within your scope. So yeah, let's see. Anything else? What do you drive, John? I won't tell you. I drive a lot. I've got a few vehicles, but I will not tell you. Sorry, guys. Sorry. You understand, right? How about this? I do not drive. What's the car on? My friends are always saying that I drive it, but I don't. Prius. Thank you, Mark. It's a Prius. I do not drive a. Shut up, Nate. I do not drive a Prius. I don't drive a Ford Focus. Shut up. I'm not. We're not. Now everyone just erupts. Prius. 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 Hey, hold on. You suck. You suck. You suck. You all suck. That's awesome. It's not a Prius. All right, cool. Let's see. What helps the most, Full 30 or Patreon? Oh, Patreon helps way more than Full 30. Way, way more. So if you're looking for a way to support Patreon. And what I'll do is if I ever post a video, whether it's on YouTube or Patreon, I'll typically share the link in advance so my patrons get to see the videos before I ever release them anywhere else. So part of the perk is if you're like $3 or $5 a month, you get early video access. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes I don't post it there early at all. Sometimes I'll post it there weeks in advance. Sometimes I'll post a video there and never actually share it to YouTube at all. So there's that. Yeah, there's that. Cool. I drive a steamy turd with wheels. I did get injured in the Army, but it wasn't Purple Heart stuff. It was me being an idiot. Like the time, did I tell y'all? I think I told it in one YouTube live story. The time I got hit with a helicopter. That was awful. Can we enable notifications from you on Patreon? Yes. When I on Patreon, when I do something, it ends up. Russell said you should have a Bible cover with the patch. Absolutely. I want to get like a real cool ESV thin line Italian duotone with a Stamp Warrior Poet logo on it and keep it real cheap so that folks can get it. But I'm a Bible snob of like I've got some stuff that's like costs way too much, but I got it in gifts or something. But anyway, my grandkids will have those, and then I got the cheapos as well. But anyway, all right. Yep. Hit with a helicopter. That's terrible. Oh, yeah. I never forgot the story of training with your wife. Yeah, that was a funny one. Me and my wife watch Parks and Recreation, and we watch The Office. So, strangest thing I keep in my car, probably my children. But if that wasn't a dad joke, I don't know what is. That was like the dad joke of the night, and I should end it just with that. I'm heading over to patreon.com and do some live video stuff over there. Guys, thanks so much for listening in and hanging out. Really appreciate y'all's support, and I'll see you in future videos, okay? Take it easy. Peace, guys.